Hey guys, welcome back to Filter Coffee Football. No Arsenal attire on me today. Apologies
Hmm.
for that. I have Arsenal in the background, so that works. Doing a double header today: West Ham United versus Arsenal, or rather Arsenal versus West Ham United, and Leeds versus Arsenal. Trying to cover both matches because compressed game weeks and stuff like that. Let's start with Arsenal 2, West Ham United nil. Karthik, first off, let's just go through. As we were always guilty about not talking about the opposition that we face.
Hmm.
Let's start with talking about West Ham. High flying West Ham. We were competing with them. We needed this win to beat them to that fourth spot,
Definitely.
which we got, which is amazing now. Where we stand. What's your take on the win? What's your take on West Ham's performance in this match?
I was surprised by how Declan Rice and Suchek were not influential in this game. They were trying their level best, and I thought we made them not look not so great, which was so nice. Uh, West Ham, for all their high flying starts and being on top of the table for a while, like for maybe just a game week or so, they are starting to show their weaknesses. I understand their centre back issue is a big thing that's going on. You also have strikers not firing. I mean, I don't want to say it, but seems like West Ham are also a vibe team, a vibes flying on vibes team right at this point because the results aren't going their way.
I think the main issue that West Ham do have is they don't have a particularly expansive squad. They rely on a very small group of core players, and during this sort of fixture congestion, that's when that sort of situation is not ideal. They did not look particularly leggy, I'd say, but that's just maybe a game, the way they play their game. I was surprised at how ineffective Declan Rice was today, especially because I saw him the last match and he was just absolutely incredible. And like you said, yeah, Antonio has not contributed in the last 8 matches, I believe, not a goal in the last 8 matches after a really fiery start to the season, which should worry David Moyes because he is supposedly the linchpin of that attack. And I mean, Fornals, Lanzini, Jared Bowen, goal scorers, but not routine day in day out goals. Those are not people that you rely on to get you 10, 15 goals a season. So with Antonio not clicking, that's definitely a big issue that needs fixing over there in West Ham. But moving on to what we did great was exploiting that, those defensive deficiencies in that team. Again, I feel Issa Diop is an absolutely serviceable Premier League striker, so they were necessarily only missing
Centre back.
one good centre back, so they had to start Craig Dawson, who again isn't bad. He has Premier League experience, but again, I guess not enough at the current level where West Ham are trying to punch at. Martinelli, man. Martinelli. He is on a roll. We will talk about the Leeds United match as well, but
Turning up, turning
another
up the screws.
fabulous, fabulous finish for him. More and more, he is making it hard for Arteta to not start him. Um, who takes like once? I'm only assuming that Emil Smith Rowe isn't starting his matches because he's still kind of struggling with fitness. But so, are you firmly in the boat that Martinelli should be our striker once Smith Rowe is fit and we have Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Saka, and Martinelli all available at the same time?
Definitely, definitely. That's something that I've been wanting to see for quite a while now, and I think that's it's going to come close to fruition very soon with uncertain futures of our strikers, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Nketiah is already out the door. So I think that's going to happen sooner rather than later. Um, Odegaard is stepping up big time, showing us that he has that quality that people were doubting about. Uh, it tells you why he's also captain for his national team. Smart player, very smart player. I also wanted to say that I think David Moyes did something wrong tactically where he started Fornals instead of Ben Rahma, and in all likelihood, I would say Ben Rama would have been more of a menace to the Arsenal defense than Fornals, because Fornals is not as much of a dribbler or a directish attacker as Ben Rama is, and maybe that just helped us. That's just one argument there, but Arsenal were completely in control of the game, which I really like. And West Ham have been terrible away. Maybe this is just like coincidences rolling up together, but I don't want to take away any credit from the result.
Yeah, I mean, we all saw the kind of trouble Tomiyasu was against Cucurella when we faced Brighton. So Ben Rama probably would have been a much, much bigger challenge for him. But fabulous result, 3 points in the top four. I mean, I don't think any Arsenal fans saw this coming into this league season. West Ham, everybody knew they were crunching above their weight. At this point, I think Arsenal are crunching above their weight, and people are starting to catch up now. So we're going to have to. This was as important a result as any. To get these 3 points is an absolute massive, massive win for us. And I mean, good points towards putting Odegaard for captaincy. I mean, and that was a good plug as well, because we have a video out where we talk about who probably should be the next captain for Arsenal and what should be done with the Aubameyang situation right now going forwards. But not in the team against West Ham, not in the team again against Leeds United. Training on his own as well, so Aubameyang seems to be firmly shunted out of the squad. And I guess again, sort of a fortunate situation where we face a team that is just so down on their luck when it comes to injuries. I mean, this is Liverpool like times two or times three. Like they have so many players out. Again, before I jump into the actual numbers, we are talking about Leeds 1, Arsenal 4. This is the list of the players that Leeds United currently have out injured: Patrick Bamford, Charlie Cresswell, Diego Llorente, Jack Harrison, Liam Cooper, Calvin Phillips, Struick, Dan James, Rodrigo, and I'm missing one more name. Oh, Jamie Shackleton. Yes, that's him.
And
That's sorry.
yeah,
Yeah, that's at least five first team players that they just have out injured. So this was a rare fixture with Arsenal that you walked in and you would have been surprised if it was anything but a win. And that just goes to show the kind of situation that Leeds United are in right now. Just way too many injuries, and it was almost heartening to see how they were on the pitch, because you never see a Leeds United.
disheartening.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
never see Leeds United drop back. You never see them allow players time on. There was literally a time in the game where Ben White had like 15 seconds to pick a pass, and he took his time, and I was like, wow, this team just is just trying to stay fit at this point. Easy street
That's
win.
Leeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your take on this result?
So I think that it's self-inflicted. Don't get me wrong on this. Most of those injuries seem to be self-inflicted, and it's a trend with Bielsa's teams where they have a high-flying start and they go through their crest and trough. And right now they are in between a slump that could have been predicted by anyone who's followed Bielsa for a while. He wants high-pressing teams, high-energy teams. He wants his players to be on the ball every minute. I mean, okay, you can coach that, drill that into players, but it is physically taxing for the players with the teams playing as many games right now with the fixture crunch coming up. Uh, you don't want your players to be running 50 miles per game, and then if you expect them to like stay fit and run another 50 miles the next game, that's not happening. That's definitely not happening. It is something that Bielsa has to take into consideration now, because now his arm has been twisted. I mean, both of his arms have been twisted, so to say. 10 injuries. And that's not a COVID issue. So let's be very clear. It's not a COVID thing. It's injuries, and injuries have. I mean, the chances of getting an injury increase rapidly when you are like burnt out almost after every single game. Uh, I think they need to improve there. They need to maybe change their training plan, maybe change their playing style a little bit if they want to survive the season. Uh, I also see Bielsa heading to the exit door if the results continue the same way, because Leeds have been in the obscurity for far too long for them to like go down again now. Because this is a golden chance that they've got to stay up and stay relevant again. I don't think they would want to miss this. And if sacking the manager is what it takes, so be it.
That's actually a really fair argument. They're still not down in the dumps per se, but they're definitely skirting that line really, really close. I really hope that they do manage to stay up, because it's been an amazing story to see Leeds come up. It's been an amazing pleasure to see this team, play the way that they have been playing. But you're right. It's even Liverpool faced the same sort of burnout playing Klopp's system last season. So it's only a matter of time that Leeds would have it with, again, with all due respect, an inferior quality of players. It shouldn't be a
Exactly.
surprise to a lot of people who follow the type of football that he'll play. But let's end with the fabulous display and attack that we showed yet again, which is again Martinelli with two absolutely gorgeous goals. Emil Smith Rowe contributing a bit as well, and my golden boy Saka, man, I just love that kid.
Mm.
Getting in on the action, further firming up our place in that top four. Kind of a false image right now, because lots of fixtures have not been played, lots of fixtures are yet to be played down the line. Spurs came away with a very crucial 1 point against Liverpool as well, so they are doing well in that sense. Is top four on? What's your take on that?
Top four should have been the target this season, because one, we aren't playing Europe. Two, that is the benchmark that you need to set to move further ahead. Like, obviously, it's not just top four that we should be aiming at. I mean, if you're in a competition, the only aim should be to win. But okay, let's be realistic. Let's understand. Okay, we are not at that point where we can take more results from a side like a Man City or a Liverpool. No, but we need to understand that top four should be an absolute minimum, and let's keep the momentum going. Let's work with the momentum that we have. Uh, the kids are young, and that seems to help. They seem to be enthusiastic, and they've probably acknowledged the Arteta project, if that can be said. So why not? Top four definitely. Odegaard also coming in and again putting up a fantastic display. I think Odegaard is getting a little less of the limelight, but he deserves equal amount of credit. I was so surprised to see Odegaard like smiling as soon as he made that pass to Emil Smith Rowe, because he knew from the back of his mind that he's scoring. Emil Smith Rowe is scoring,
Well,
and he scored it straight.
there were some criticisms about his reaction to Emil Smith Rowe's goal against West Ham. So those have been firmly put to bed now after that
Exactly.
showing. It was probably just sad that he wasn't on the pitch to celebrate that goal against West Ham. Fabulous position now. I just hope that the board kind of takes into consideration where we are at and show some genuine intent in January. We may not move Aubameyang along in that transfer window, but I do hope that we take steps to shore up the midfield, get some backup for our right back position, because Tomiyasu, as amazing as he has been, he does need some time off. And also maybe get some centre back cushion as well, because we've been doing really good. Ben White has been amazing with his energy levels, not really going in rough, and this season should be okay, but starting next season, should we qualify in Europe, which again, with the addition of the Europa Conference League, is it seems hard that we won't have at least some sort of European football next season. So the key for this January market should be to kind of build that depth in the squad. So I really hope that we kind of work towards that going into January. And yeah, I mean, UCL is firmly on. Can't
For
believe I'm
sure.
saying this. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. This was our double header: Arsenal West Ham and Arsenal Leeds. Great results, great 6 points, and yeah, let's see you for the discussion on the next 3 points that Arsenal wins. And yeah, have a great day, have a good week, and stay safe. Bye.